any powder OPI will go
Orderly
in.
or not?
Yeah, this is odorless liquid with the powder. Yeah. So it doesn't. Let me just have a look. Yeah, that's a nice one.
So it'll be purple nail.
Which one's sanitizer? Pink. Thanks, girls. I never know. So we still haven't found out who put me on YouTube yet.
It was Helena.
It was you?
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh,
One of my clients came in and said, you're on YouTube, and they were playing it really loud in the shop, and I sound like
Oh, that must have been the one you filmed for me.
No, it was the one of Sandra getting the acrylic overlay.
Did you find it?
Yeah, because Sandra and I were driving on the way home. I'm like, I've got it. And she goes, quick, I'm pulling over.
That's so funny.
No, I've put all of them.
Well, I blame Sandra. I go, did you put me on YouTube? I don't really care.
I put all of them on YouTube.
Now, which nails did I do last time? Is there any
Those
virgin-y ones that I haven't done, or they've all been done?
No, I like doing it on the left hand, so then like I can type with the right.
Alright.
You've got stuff.
If anyone can clean it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I need a brush cleaner.
We're just there.
Brush cleaner.
So,
my
Katie's
torture, I
come
don't
in. Is this great?
Yeah,
Katie's come in and said to me, I'm allergic to glue.
Say it.
So I go,
I'm allergic to glue.
so I go, that's okay, Katie. We can actually do something else on you. Okay?
I can have nails.
You can. And your nails have grown so much since
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say the same thing.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
I'm
no
very
more
proud of it.
Onakafaji over here.
I'm very, very proud of the class at the moment. I think that this class is doing so well.
Are we better than Mel's class?
I don't know. I would never
I'll tell
say
you
that.
tomorrow.
It's okay, we know we are,
But you'll
but
find
it's nice
that
to
it
hear it
will
all
be
the same.
totally different. So when we teach, we're the opposite of
I
each
find
other.
Saturdays are better than Fridays. I did a Friday. I don't like Fridays.
Who's Friday?
Friday, there's more people in the class, and
yeah.
they're rowdy and younger, and you know.
Yeah.
Because I
Hey?
said to Sue,
You
I need
noticed
to come
that?
in for a couple of day classes, and she goes, because of her retail as well as beauty, and she goes, day classes, she goes, I wouldn't say they're slower, but they take a lot longer to do things.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
find
because,
that.
it's because when we all come in nice, because we all work.
Yeah.
Because we want to get shit done and go home.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I
prefer
find
Saturdays. Yeah.
because for years I've done day and night. This is the first time that Melissa has done the day and I've just done night. And I find the difference is that the nighttime students are never really more centre-linked, so you're here to learn, you want to do nails, so you're a joy to teach. Often day classes you have students that have to do a course,
Oh yeah.
and sometimes
Yeah.
they don't really want to be there. So
Or
on a teacher's
kids who
point
just
of
want to
view,
get out of school.
and being the person I am, I really want to get everybody to be fantastic. So for me, sometimes it's really frustrating. So because I'll just keep going.
There we go.
Can we turn it off?
Are we turning it
Yeah,
off?
do you know why? Because then I can't talk to you all. So,
And then you might not sound like Minnie Mouse.
Yeah,
On
no.
Helena's next video of you.
That's all right. You can put them on. Okay, but don't put what I just said on.
No.
Okay.
Oh well, sorry. This is no break in the filming. I can't control it.
Okay, so first, what are we pushing back? I'm really going to help you with your nail science. Okay, all right, so it's cuticle. What's above the cuticle?
Eponychium.
Beautiful, eponychium.
She's all over it.
Good. You've been having regular manicures?
Yes. Although what happened to my hands on Saturday, I wouldn't class as a manicure.
Why? Oh, you were telling me.
Yeah.
What happened?
She went like Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho on my
Who's
cuticles
this?
with the cuticle stick, the new
There's
girl.
a new girl.
Oh,
She's not
okay.
in
Yes, you were
nail
telling
tech
me,
class.
yes.
She's in retail. I think she's in retail. She's in beauty and she's in mani-pedi. But they've let her in really, really late, so she has to catch up on a lot of work.
Yeah, and she's never done a manicure before. And Mel's like, oh, it's okay, Katie. You know, you're watching Cindy do the pedicure. She can do your manicure. And she was just like, on my cuticles with the orange stick. It's just like, leave it alone. Don't.
You never did anything to you.
Exactly. And then she came at me with the cuticle cutters. I'm like, you put those down. No, no cutting. Nothing needs to be cut. Leave them alone. Because now I might actually lop the top of my finger off.
Okay, now Katie has free edge. So doesn't matter if the free edge is out here, you don't have to cut it with the sculpture. It's not something that you cut right down and then you're going to put your sculpture form on. So you're lucky you've got free edge, or it's quite hard.
Can you extend the nail plate before you create the free edge?
Yes, yes.
I mean, for people with shorter
Yeah,
nail
so what I would do if somebody had really bitter nails, like if we had done your nails the way they used
Week
to
one.
be, week one, I could have actually shown how you can do a... Where did your nails?
You did.
Oh, did I do them? I was going to say...
These two and Christina did
Now,
the
it's
still
still
on.
on. We'll take the straight
Yeah.
off,
Wow.
as long as the base is cured.
I was going to say they're done well. Oh, they're done really well. Where did you
You
go?
know your own work.
No, I know, they look really good. All right. So... Okay, so we are, now we have a tiny bit of acrylic on this one, so yeah, so what you would do is, I'd like to show, I'm going to have to find someone with a bit of nail to actually do a demonstration on. Maybe when
there is a really good video online where she
there?
does an extended.
All right.
Naio UK, N-A-I-O UK nails.
she's made a fortune nail.
Oh, yeah,
She
yeah.
does how to apply to bitten nails.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There's two
that's
ways.
the one. You know
You
the one. Yeah,
can
the video.
freeform with the
great.
acrylic, or you can put a sculpture and then you can put a tip. There's so
Yeah,
many.
something like that.
She's
my gosh.
amazing.
12-time nail art champion.
Yeah. Okay, so we've done
That's
a
why I love it.
preparation. Very hard to get all that red out. Can't get it
Playing
all
with nail
out.
art. Always hard to do the right hand.
Did she paint your nails too?
Yep.
Yeah, she's painted way too close to the...
And way too thick. Like, you know, Mel was saying, you know, thin coats. And she's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
No worries. No.
We have a different definition of thin.
Mm.
Do people often come up allergic to Bondo?
No, it's just a balancing agent, so it's more isopropyl alcohol
Yeah.
than anything else.
Which is fine.
So I freaked out. It's ethyl acetate, so
That's fine. So it's mostly primer, glue, and acetone.
yes. Now I'm not going to put this on yet because I want to show you what we're going to do. Okay, so of course I didn't bring my dowel. I would have needed the dowel if I hadn't pre-done this one. No, it's alright. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you first this one and then we'll move to this one and then I'll do a coloured pinky. Or do you want this one coloured?
I'll do the pinky colour.
Pinky coloured? Alright. Okay, now opening it up, placing it
Under the free edge.
This is the first time I've used these OPI ones.
How are you finding them?
Alright. Now, if Katie goes ouch, then my job I haven't done properly. Okay. Okay,
No, can't feel a thing.
good. Alright, now when we come up to here, that has, can you see how there's a bit of tissue there? We have to make sure that it doesn't sit onto the tissue. Okay? Personally, I would not use these, but I need to show you.
Yeah.
With the type of nail that Katie has, you would tend to use more of a disposable because you can get more movement. This is too stiff. Okay, with a disposable you can make a lot of...
Hey!
Hi Sandra!
Hello.
I'll still do it. Alright, where's my pick? So what we're going to do is a natural. What shape do you want? What shape would you like, madam?
Just like a rounded sort of scrovely shape.
Squoval.
How are you?
Yeah.
No problem.
This is sculpture. Do sculpture.
Isn't it nice? Oh, am I still on video? Oh, wait. I was going to say something that wasn't appropriate to nails. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, now. So, we we always start on zone 1.
So does that mean you're going to make me a zone 1?
Yes, zone 1. Okay, placing it on the form.
On the form.
Yes. So you've got it a bit onto the natural nail
Yeah.
and a bit on the form. Okay, keep your brush wiping it. Look at all those millions of bubbles in this clarity. Okay, now it runs.
Is that a larger brush you're using?
Yeah, it's the other one that's in your kit.
Okay.
You can use whatever
oval gel?
size brush you want, but this is my favourite. So what you do is when you place it on, you're pushing it to where you want it. So you have to make sure that you're getting a thickness, the right thickness, as well as the length that you desire. Okay? Make sure you look at it from all angles. And hopefully not have as many bubbles as your teacher Susie does. It's so bubbly. Okay.
If you were using disposable forms, would you
Yeah.
set each form up for each finger? Or would you do it as you did each nail?
I'd probably do it as I was doing each nail because they
otherwise-
fall down.
Yeah.
Can anybody see that I'm holding the form up with the underneath of my hand? Because they tend to fall down. The disposables are worse for that, but I try to keep my hand underneath it to make sure it doesn't fall down. If it falls down, what happens is you get a split here and a split here. That's called a dead side. So as soon as you go to take your form off, the whole thing comes with it. Okay? Or you've got to fill in those dead sides. Not hurting at all?
Nope.
Okay, well, it shouldn't be hurting at all. So there you've formed your free edge instantly.
Wow, look at that nail.
Okay, then, minus the bubbles would be a lot better.
I wonder if
Zone
the
2.
powder will help. Like
I don't know,
with the
it'll be
purple.
interesting, won't it? Because it seems to be a very bubbly system.
Quick question about disinfectant.
Yeah.
So you know how the two options for sterilising are autoclave or medical grade
Disinfectant, yeah.
where do you find out the guide for how long to soak something?
Okay, on every single one, like Barbicide, that's the one I use at my work. It'll have all of the instructions on the side, and it'll have like one part to 50, or so you just measure it to how you want it. But most are 10 minutes minimum. Okay.
Cool.
But if you've got a stainless steel pair of clippers, 10 minutes, I wouldn't leave them in there any longer than 15 because they're rusty. So we do 10 minutes at work, and it's good to have a little timer, and then out they come. So we use tongs, take them out, they dry, and then they're ready. So I don't have an autoclave at the salon.
Well, I was
so
just thinking working from home.
Yeah.
I obviously don't have. Yeah, well, I had a free day today, so I set up my garage, and I just need to get a desk to work on because I live in a garage studio. Yeah. So downstairs
Okay.
in the garage.
Zone 3.
Sorry, just
Okay.
stretching.
Place it around. So what you're actually doing is joining each zone together. Okay, remember zone sculpting? This is exactly what you're doing. You're learning to sculpture a nail using zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3.
Moon Win from OPI. So it's at the workshop on Tuesday. Beautiful. Absolutely fantastic.
Okay, now if it wasn't bubbly, this would have been really beautiful, but
I
hate
still
the
think it's
bubbles.
beautiful.
So I still think it looks a lot better than
My actual
So-
nail.
well, no,
When
no,
we,
no,
next
with
week,
anything
when we
that is.
next week when we learn to do French, you'll be amazed at, you know.
How good it looks.
Now I'm using this now, a bit over
Yeah.
the resin.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I met a girl from West Wollongong TAFE at Expo,
Yeah.
and she said they've been doing that since the beginning, using the NAS 99.
have they? Ah,
Yeah.
instead of the resin.
Mind you, the way that she spoke about OPI, it's like she was swearing in church. I was really upset. I had to walk away.
See, I like OPI.
I love OPI. Her teacher swears by Lish.
Oh, Lish is from Wollongong.
That's why.
That's why.
Is it? Because
Can I tell you something? This is, if you don't take anything from the course, take this with you. there is so many products out there, and you will hear teachers, nail technicians, beauty therapists constantly talking, oh, C&D is the best, Dish is the best, OPI is the best. Be open-minded. Don't go and go, I'm just going to use that system. Like, IBD is great too. Like, I try so many systems, and to this day, at the moment, in my salon, I thought, oh, well, we're using OPI at TAFE, I'm going to go and try the Absolute system. So at the moment, I'm using Absolute. For the last 3 years, I've used the Unique system because we were using it at TAFE. Because I want to be able to bring it to here to show that I'm still using it. If we went for an excursion, how impressed as students would you be? Go, oh, wow, she uses this as well. But if a client rings up and says, oh, hi, I'm from blah, 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 do you have a C&D system? I go, yeah, sure, come in. I always have little ones of other products.
Just
so
to have it there.
that they're there for other people who want that. You've got to use what's good for you. Don't be talked into this is the best, okay? Because honestly, it's just like hair treatments. How many are there? Hundreds of them. It's the same with nails. If you find a system you like and it works for you, buy it. It might say no frills on it, but if it works for you and you have success with it, use it. Just because something's really, really expensive doesn't always mean it's fantastic. It just means it's marketed to the best of its ability.
It's true.
Okay? So you've just got to, find what works for you. Okay, flick it off. You should have hardly any residue on your form whatsoever, and it should just wipe off. Roll it with your dowel, or you can do it like that, and it's ready for the next one.
So you clean and disinfect them as well, same as
You know what I would do? NAS 99, straight on there, and that's it. Okay? We didn't have anything like that when I was starting out. We had nothing. We used to use Domestos for everything in a bowl and just clean everything, because 30 years ago, it wasn't so much of this.
That would have been really strong on your hands.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's the first one.
They're brutal.
I reckon that is why my hands aged.
Yeah.
For the
yeah.
first 5-6
But
years,
dipping them
we
in
were just
Domestos.
Domestos, and then I had a baby and I'm using nappy sand. So, okay, all right. Well, in the next couple of weeks, everyone, I'll be having my phone on, waiting for my grandchild. Oh my God! I'll be driving. I'm going to come in one day, going to be like this.
Have you picked your preferred title?
Yes, Nonna.
Nonna.
Yes, Nonna. Yes. Or Nonny. No, Nonna.
Yeah, go with Nonna.
Okay. Yes. All right. Now let's buff off this beautiful roll off that's always on the top.
Although it is significantly less with the NAS
Yeah, it's
99.
so much
Yeah.
less. I was just buffing one day and going, it's just so much better. Nowhere near as sticky as dummy.
Yeah.
Jerry's going to hate this when I get home. Last time I was the nail model, he's like, what happened to the rest of them? I'm like, no. We only do a coupling class just so everyone can watch. And he's like, yeah, but now you're walking around with a wonky hand. Like, why?
Because I can, damn it.
Because I
It'd
can.
be really interesting. Now, if I had put on the reusable foam, I would never have used it because the nail, to me, looked too wide and flat. Okay? It'll be interesting to see when I use the disposable what sort of a shape we get. So it should be edge to edge, sidewall to sidewall. Now make sure you check it that there is no dead sides on each side. See that? It should be like this, running down the side, no problem. Underneath is really, really important. Once I finish buffing, I'll show you underneath. I'll get Katie to turn her finger upside down and you can all see how it's got to look underneath. I've buffed off half the cuticle zone 3.
That means you'll be going
Will be.
with class and a beautifully
Now, I
sculptured
buffed
nail.
this way too soon and I've buffed off all around the cuticle. Sorry, Katie.
That's okay.
It's too far away. So So normally you would do all of them, then come back and buff them. There's a beautiful bubbly sculpture. Okay, now turn it upside down and show everybody. So that it is joined underneath and perfectly smooth underneath, okay? So minus the bubbles.
Who else is recording?
Looks natural.
Looks unreal.
Without the bubbles it'll look better.
Yeah, now I can see the bubbles that I look at it like that.
There's heaps of them. Okay, but that's formed to your nail. Some Avoplex. Is this Avoplex?
Yep.
Oh, you lost some of it, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think I've got some refill somewhere. Okay, now let's... Same thing with the... Now because this has got all dust on it from me filing and it normally wouldn't, I would straight away Bond-Aid again. I'm going to put 2 sculpture forms on here. Now, this nail and this nail.
That's right. Oh, can you see?
I'm actually going to look on your...
No.
And then I'll primer.
Is this a different nail now?
Yeah, so
Oh,
now
sorry.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to